right into this match. Mauth versus Poisonouspaint, winners round 1 of Mega Drive in Your House number 14. Very nice way to start off the bracket. R.O.B versus Hero.
Interesting. Hero could get bounced, and that does shut down a lot of zoners, but R.O.B has some pretty godlike normals.
Yeah, outside of like bounce Hero, R.O.B I honestly think might make this go run over Hero for certain stuff that he does. Because R.O.B is able to punish Hero's sort of slow normals, but then they're still down B, like you gotta worry about, like bang, already you're at 62%. Accelerado, but also you gotta come in and watch out for that. Basically a lot about Hero. Ooh, he's dead.
I don't think this matchup is as bad for Hero as people think.
Did we just talk about how he just died in like almost 40 seconds?
Yeah, but as I was gonna say, Hero's got some of the best overall spacing tools in the game. Side B is incredibly good. Neutral B is super duper good, and R.O.B can kind of struggle, especially against side B, to get in because he's such a big body. It will kind of clip him.
Yeah, because like even with the big hurt box, I don't really think that really hurts him too much, specifically since he's got good stuff in his toolkit. But it seems like Mauth seems to be struggling to find a little bit of a kill here in terms of R.O.B finding a kill. Because, yeah, 124. But then Poison's just walking all over him. Just throws out the snooze again. Really only getting hit by
damage. Mauth is really trying to just find this kill right now, and he really needs to because God knows Hero can run away with the game very, very hard. One good hit from Hero. One good hit
because look, he's got bounce now, which means he can't use gyro.
Yeah, nor laser.
Nor laser, and this is like two major tools. To, like,
yeah, he's gonna have to go up close and personal with Hero, and Hero definitely likes you to be in that area.
Oh, and you're definitely dead. You are actually no, you are not dead. You're living on Town and City platforms. And just like that, psych up back air.
That would have killed at like 70. Even
with the heal, he still dies at 175. Very, like, you're at 175. Mauth was just really struggling to find a kill here. And look, now he can't use gyro or laser anymore because he bounce for at least like a solid 10 seconds. Yeah, Poisonous just seems to be running away with this game.
Absolutely.
Ooh, very nice gyro setup from Mauth, actually turning the tides a little bit more. If he DIs R.O.B up there, yes he does, and also the very high ceiling of Town and City definitely helped him stay alive there. So if we were on a stage like Yoshi's, he was just dead. Poisonous doing a really good job at like abusing bounce when it comes to this matchup, because look, he just gets free gyro.
Yeah, I mean, he just gets free everything.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, like that, you really just can't do.
You can't like, you can't really like use R.O.B's normal edge guarding tactics against Hero with bounce if they are like just so happen to be off stage.
Against Heroes as Zoner, you really just gotta either switch up your game plan if you have good normals, or just hope to God that he doesn't bounce if you don't, because Hero with bounce beats every Zoner who doesn't have good normals. There's a good couple of them, but Mauth desperately trying to find his kill right now. You can see him kind of throwing out moves. One good hit from either. But Poisonous still has an entire stock left to get that good hit.
But also it seems to be like also the same thing that we noticed in the first stock. That's Mauth's problem. He just cannot seem to find a kill in on Poisonous.
Yeah, Poisonous not having the MP to get out that Capriz, and still not living at 178%.
Well, not dying at 178%, I think you meant to say. But other than that, like, literally, this is a point where R.O.B Nair can start to kill off the top on Town.
Yeah. Bang. No, not even close.
Actually, not even close, but that fair is going to take it.
200%.
And just like that, there's a sizzle, and that takes it in Poisonous. Game 1 over Mauth.
Yeah. Very good. Kind of overall just knowledge.
Yeah, so with all of this, I'm still thinking a lot more on what Hero R.O.B looks like, because on one hand, R.O.B has good normals to stop Hero from using his normals, but on the other hand, are we actually starting? I feel like that might have been a misclick. Actually, no, that's not a misclick. We are gonna go once again back to town as Hero and R.O.B for this game too.
Very, very interesting.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, like, you'd think that, like, they'd probably want to try something a little bit different, saying that Poisonous just kept getting bounce and just negating Gyro and, what is it, Laser of, just completely, and that forces Mauth to change up his entire game plan from just this normal hero stay right here. And even then, you're dealing with a hero with Oomph at the moment, which really just went away. Yeah, once again, there's that bounce, literally just as I was talking about it.
Yeah, it's obviously Hero is very, very luck-based, at least in relativity to the rest of the cast.
Ooh, uses the gyro to do more percent. Nice of Poisonous.
This matchup really just, in any zoner versus hero, it relies on whether the hero can get bounced or not. And that is...
It's like at one point, like right now, I want to say what matchup we're seeing on screen at the moment is definitely like more even. But then as soon as Hero flicks the bounce, it's just over for Rob.
Yeah, like right here, Hero with his linear recovery can kind of like get stuffed out by a lot of Rob's moves at ledge. Didn't go, opting not to go for the bounce there.
Poisonous seems to be the one struggling to find a kill now because we're dealing with a Rob at 168% max rate Rob.
Good job avoiding the kaboom. Very hard projectile to avoid, but knowing the drop from ledge to avoid that wind bomb that sucks you in.
Mauth is changing his game plan. Ooh!
Not gonna...
You saw exactly what he was going for, but then he just does not get it, but then he gets the side B to close out that stock, moving Mauth in a advantageous position for the first time this set.
Okay, gets down tilt fair, down tilt fair. Good bit of damage, up throw not gonna kill him down though. I think the biggest thing against Hero as bounce is you can know he has bounce and try your best not to use those projectiles, but the habits will come out as a player. You're just so used to throwing out a projectile or gyro or laser in this certain situation, and that'll get you punished. Mauth though, 183%. Still living. Just kidding.
Oh no.
Commentator's cursed.
Yeah, as we get back into this, right now I just want to say that like Hero with bounce,
he's matching.
we're still slandering.
He just went, no. The hero, Poisonous just chose Metal Slash.
Oh,
I get that it's Rob, and he's a robot, but like...
I get that he's R.O.B and he's made of metal, but like, that's not gonna work in statistics of Smash, because apparently that's not how the world works.
Yeah, not able to get the follow-ups out of the down throw. Probably should have gone for an up tilt up there. Not expecting Poisonous to mash that hard, I guess. But Poisonous... Definitely a masher.
You can tell Mauth was trying to predict the landing.
That's just luck. That's just luck. Zoom goes into a random spot every time. You can't control it.
What's amazing is that like people try to predict where Zoom is gonna end.
Yeah, I mean there's no harm in it.
Oh, the roll from ledge, is he letting? No, he's not.
Not quite, but that's gonna be a good 40% right there.
It's
30%.
City's ceiling. What do you expect?
Pretty even right now. Both of them, again, can get a kill off a hit, but the oomph is definitely going to help out. This is kind of a situation we saw last time where Mauth is struggling to find this kill. We could see him throwing out these moves, desperately hoping one of them will land, but...
Yeah, if Poisonous gets bounced again, just as I say that, he is definitely better. Like, if he just, like, reflected that laser, he probably would have killed Mauth with just, like, reflected projectile status. But then again, oh, look, down throw into up smash, that definitely gets rid of a bounce hero.
Absolutely. And there are certain things you can do to play around bounce, and because it's really a mental game. A lot of the times if a hero is bounced, you'll see him just run straight in, knowing that he won't like have to worry about the projectiles. So you can predict that and try and punish him for that. Like, let's see what he does here. If he tries to keep spacing, or if he just goes for surf and runs right in there. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do that.
Come on, Mauth.
Really good. Clean stock. I don't know if he took any damage.
That was clean, and Mauth takes game 2.
Absolutely.
Seems like Mauth was able to
Absurd.
pick up on Poisonous using Bounce a lot in that game 2. Which I wonder is going to prompt Poisonous to either switch or try to do the same thing, but like a different stage, for example, because we went to Town and City both games.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see him switching. I mean, maybe.
I mean, maybe. He said, like, he does have, like, he could pull out his actual mains if he wants to, or he just could
Got
pull
it.
out something, like, really random. Like, he says Hero's, like, his Wi-Fi main, so,
Hero's very good on Wi-Fi.
yeah, because, like, you don't really know how to really control anything. We're gonna be taking to Pokemon Stadium 2, and Mauth is staying R.O.B.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't, yeah, obviously wouldn't have seen a switch from Mauth. Pretty hard solo raw main ant, plus he just won, so.
There's no harm?
I'm really interested to see how this goes. My good friend, Sled, second best gunner in MDIYH, did enter. Hope he does well. Maybe get to see him on stream, but he does not take Wi-Fi seriously at all.
Yeah, and we're seeing actually one of Poisonous's main characters, Falco.
Falco. This seems like a very
This is like a
volatile
very bizarre matchup because like
Yeah,
you constantly have a
Falco.
reflector.
No. Falco will either keep R.O.B in the air and do insane combos for like 100%, or R.O.B will just keep him off stage and in disadvantage for the entire game. As a Falco player, as someone who mained Falco for a bit, I main pretty much every character.
We all have those moments, don't we?
Falco, in this matchup specifically, thrives off of, I would say, a grab. Because it's really hard to land up tilt against R.O.B, specifically as an anti-air, because R.O.B loves to approach with Nair, right? And Nair is super disjointed that you won't be able to catch it with up tilt a lot of the time, and R.O.B doesn't even need to approach from Nair. A grab is usually optimal for some combos, but Poisonouspaint actually keeping R.O.B in disadvantage right now. So many aerials, up tilt back air, one of the best kill confirms. Should be it right now, though.
Yeah, you're at 100% and that almost killed at like 80. So it's definitely out of play.
But yeah, this is Falco off stage. Forced to use Phantasm. That's gonna be it.
And there's the R.O.B up there, which many people famously don't know how to DI. Ooh, there's a spike coming from Poisonouspaint.
Really just going for it immediately with the respawn invincibility.
Just goes in and gets like some nice percent, but Mauth is not having it.
A big thing for R.O.B online, and even offline, is the timing of his Nair is so weird. You can be like expecting his Nair, but you're gonna release shield early and get hit by it. And we've seen that happen at least a few times this game.
Because like with R.O.B's Nair, you either get hit really early by the first hit or really late it's still one hit basically, but it's like you get either hit really early by the back hit of it or really late by the front hit. If you know
Yeah,
what I
not
mean
quite
by
gonna
that.
be able to get the safest Nair. Gonna get shield forwarded. Not quite used to seeing that as Falco, but pretty good. I mean, Poisonous now is his time to shine. R.O.B has to keep him off stage. He really does. Because R.O.B can get one big hit, even a grab. And it's going to be super hard considering how heavy R.O.B is to find this kill. So what Poisonous needs to do is try and rack up as much damage as possible off of... It can't be off of straight hits. With straight hits, R.O.B will win those trades. You've got to get extensions against a character like R.O.B without a disjoint like Falco.
Jeez, and then of course there's the Roto Arm just like immediately coming in and just taking you of that stock. And also, you're also a mid-weight character, I would say. I'm not entirely sure on that.
Close to lightweight.
Like closer to lightweight, but still mid. At like 170,
Yeah,
you were going to die.
Dead from the other side of the stage.
Ooh, and Poisonous catching the
Gets
roll read.
Yeah. Strong F smash. Now this is up throw Nair. No, not gonna be able to capitalize further. Okay, no, he is reacting to a lot of Mauth's options. Not gonna be able to whiff, or not gonna be able to get the grab.
He's playing a lot more reaction-based. Surprise, surprise for me even being on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, which is really, again, specifically Wi-Fi, it's so difficult to play reaction-based, which is really what you need to do against a character like R.O.B, who has these committal options that you're better.
Ooh, and of
Like,
course,
you can react to R.O.B options and punish them accordingly. On Wi-Fi though,
I
that
feel like
game plan is not gonna work.
I feel like Poisonous at like the very end of this game was like as soon as he saw R.O.B sitting at the ledge, just crouching, and he was trying to